got here. I know sure as heck I didn't get here all by myself. I look at the audience and I see my family of drum corps. All of you are the reason that I am receiving this great honor tonight. I say family of drum corps because all of you here are my family. Some are family because we sweated, practiced, and performed together as a corps. Some are here because we share this common bond and this insane devotion we have. Then there's also my blood family, right here at the table. I was born in the drum corps. My father was in drum corps. My mother is still a drum corps fanatic and always encouraged me to follow it. My Aunt Sheila and my cousin Carson grew me to be in drum corps since I was 3 or 4 years old. I was raised to be in drum corps. It was in my blood. It pretty much started with my bonbon upbringing. Ladies, calm down. I mentioned Sheila being my aunt, but we're more like brother and sister because we grew up and lived together in the same house. She was the color guard captain of the bonbons in the early 60s, and I was at all of their rehearsals, their local parades, their local competitions. I was very young and I don't remember a lot of everything back then, but I do have one thing that I know for sure. I was the original bonbon boy toy. Okay? Some of you out there can really vouch for that. I was the original boy toy. Okay, my teenage years with drum corps started in '72 when the Bells of St. Mary's went co-ed. And I joined the organization. I had to become a horn player back then because all the drum line was still full. But we had a good time. I chose the mellophone because of the size of the case. I looked at it and says, hey, I can fit a 6-pack easy in that thing. Ralph Winberg, my first drum corps instructor, taught me how to play the thing. I wasn't too bad, at least I thought so. Ralph still tells me otherwise. He's just really kidding me. Drum corps in the early 70s was great. I even got to meet a very special person in junior drum corps. Her name is Beatrice, and 31 years later, she would become my wife. I know for a fact that I wouldn't be standing here without her encouragement and being at my side.
You're welcome.
I went on to join another corps as a root bass drummer, the Keystone Regiment, who became the Crossmen in 1974, and I had to leave that organization because I graduated from high school and I needed to find a job. The jobs in drum corps do not go very well. So I reluctantly leave the drum corps to seek full-time employment and wound up joining the Army. I joined the Army in 1976 and made it a career, and I retired in 1977. After I retired, I knew this was 1997.
I'm thinking right now.
That was a long career.
After I retired, I knew of the Yankee Rebels, but my new career kept me busy traveling around the world. But in the spring of 2001, my cousin Carson convinced me to go to this thing called GAS. It was up in Parsippany, New Jersey. There I was standing outside, met a lot of people, and I started talking to these 6 people. They all seemed to know each other. I didn't know them. This is my first time being back in drum corps since 1976. They all seemed to know each other, as I said, and they asked me what corps I was with, what I played, etc., etc. Kind of felt like a job interview. I told them that I was an old Rudy bass drum player who hadn't played in 25 years, and I lived just south of Baltimore. Their reply was, great, we're with the Yankee Rebels, we need a new Rudy bass drummer, you're it, be in rehearsal tomorrow. Heck, the draft board gave even more notice than that. I showed up to practice the next Sunday, but was not in the greatest shape. Somehow, being at GAS does that to people. So I gave Dick James my business card and told him, give me a call. I received a phone call later telling me the time and place of the next rehearsal, and poof, I was a Yankee Rebel. When I became a Yankee Rebel, I wasn't treated like some rookie or a new guy. I was treated like I had been a member since 1946. It was then that I knew I was a member of the greatest senior drum and bugle corps of all time. I now have friends forever, and all of you who are out there are my friends. I thank you very much. I got my special family here with me, and I'd like to thank Charlie, Larry, Phil, Bernie, and a lot of us. I could thank almost everybody in this hall, but those guys really did it for me. Again, thank you very much.